Happy Wednesday. This is Ruby D, the Goddess Entrepreneur, Soul Speaker, Chakra Expert, and author of the Goddess Grind book series focused on you becoming the best version of you in order to manifest success personally as well as professionally. And my purpose is to help individuals become mentally, emotionally, and energetically prepared for entrepreneurship and business ownership. And today, for Wellness Wednesday for professionals, I want to ask you a question. And that question is, are you effectively managing your thoughts and emotions as a professional, as a business owner, and as an entrepreneur? So real quick, if you happen to listen to this audio on the replay, please comment below your name and where you're listening in from so I can thank you for tuning in. But the reason I wanted to ask this question, are you effectively managing your thoughts and emotions as a business owner and as a professional, is because lots of people feel that you have to be more logical than emotional when being a business owner or being a professional. And for me, that's not true. And the reason I say that is because when I became more in tune with myself, I learned that the way I think about things influences the way I feel about things. And the way that I feel about things influences my behavior towards those things. So, for example, prior to becoming more in tune with myself, when I was being more logical and not really utilizing the emotional, I realized that some of the things that I did or some of the decisions that I made were not always the best decisions, because I didn't take into consideration the fact that I may have been feeling a little hesitant about something or a little hesitant about moving forward, and I ignored that because logically it made sense. But after I became in tune with myself, then I began to realize that those gut instincts, that intuition, is there for a reason. And when I learned to really pay attention to what I was feeling, then that helped me to better analyze what was going on. And it helped to develop my foresight. It's like, okay, if this particular opportunity has come now, how do I feel about this? And it's important that you ask yourself, how do I feel about this opportunity? Because once you really start to think about how you feel, now realize I said think. When you think about how you feel, then you are finding that balance between being logical and being emotional. And it causes you to look further than just the face value or what's in front of you of what's going on or what decision needs to be made. And when you ask yourself, how do I feel about this particular situation, and you start to think about it, then you're also going to start thinking about the pros, the cons. How is this going to benefit me? How is this going to benefit my business? How is this going to benefit my clients or benefit my customers? And once you've gone through that whole process, then of course you are going to act. You are going to decide whether to move forward or not to move forward. And sometimes it's not always, well, the opportunity is completely bad or the opportunity is completely good. There may be parts of that opportunity that may be beneficial for you and some parts that may not be. And you can take what you need and leave the rest. But are you effectively managing your thoughts and emotions as a professional and as a business owner? Like, really ask yourself that. Are you really effectively managing your thoughts and emotions? Or do you find yourself acting on impulse? Or are you finding yourself acting and reacting because you have been triggered in one way or another? In most cases, when we are triggered, it's an emotional trigger. And once we're triggered emotionally, then it's a mental trigger, because we then start to think about how we feel. Now, you can't say that you have to be logical over emotional when you are, in many cases, emotional first, and then you are logical second. But what we have to start doing is being both logical and emotional, and understanding that there is a need for both. Not only understanding that there is a need for both, but when one has to take precedence over the other. And usually when one has to take precedence over the other, it's because there are some benefits, but there are also some detriments. So when you're in a situation where you can't really quite decide yes or no, then you're somewhere in the middle. And at that point, when you're in the middle, then you say, well, let me be more logical than emotional. And sometimes, excuse me, and sometimes you really have to also learn how to remove yourself from the situation. Simply because the opportunity has presented itself at that moment does not mean you have to give an answer or make a decision at that moment. Take yourself away from the situation and move on to something else, and then come back to it and make a decision. So I just wanted to go live or do this live audio for Wellness Wednesday for professionals and discuss effectively managing thoughts and emotions as a professional, as an entrepreneur, and as a business owner. So if you have any questions, or if you are wanting to schedule an entrepreneurship clarity consult, please reach out to me. Pretty much what this clarity consult is anything that you're confused about or you want clarity on when it comes to entrepreneurship, your mental and emotional wellness, balancing your chakras. I'm the person that you need to discuss that with. Excuse me. I'm the person that you need to talk to, so we can really make sure that you are clear mentally, emotionally, and energetically about being an entrepreneur, running your business, making sure that your professional energy body is balanced, as well as making sure that your personal energy body is balanced. So definitely reach out to me to schedule your entrepreneurship clarity consult. And if you mention this particular live audio, you can receive a 25% discount off of that service. So I am challenging you to ask yourself, are you effectively managing your thoughts and emotions as a professional and as a business owner? I am Ruby D, the Goddess Entrepreneur, soul speaker, chakra expert, and author of the Goddess Grind book series focused on you becoming the best version of you. So I'm challenging you and reminding you to always meditate, hustle, and flow on your journey to becoming the best version of you in order to be a mentally, emotionally, and energetically healthier entrepreneur and business owner. Peace.